An 8 on Your Side investigation. Poison water.
They went through the same training and were sickened by the same tainted water as regular Marines. So why are cries for help from thousands of reservists being ignored? A former Marine reservist who drank toxic water at Camp Lejeune is fighting for his life and for VA benefits.
After decades of denial, the government is helping other Marines who served at Lejeune, but 8 on Your Side investigator Mark Douglas tells us reservists still don't qualify.
This is really hard to fathom, Keith and Stacy. Marine reservists wore the same uniform at Camp Lejeune, and they drank the same poison water as regular Marines, but the government insists they don't count.
I have to sometimes take a pain pill just so I could get myself up to go to the gym.
Bob Boulay wanted to be one of the few and the proud when he enlisted in the Marine Reserves.
I want to make a difference.
Back then, Boulay was a Golden Gloves boxer, and he needed to be in top shape for infantry marches in the summer heat of North Carolina.
You train hard, 16 hours a day. I mean, there was days I drank well over a gallon of water.
Contaminated water from drinking wells the Marine Corps now admits were laced with cancer-causing chemicals.
It smelled like kind of like a fuel, like a jet fuel or a diesel fuel. And there was other days where it smelled just horrid, like it smelled putrid.
Putrid or not, he had no choice.
You're saying they ordered you to drink this water?
Right, because they didn't want you dehydrated.
25 years later, Boulay has liver and kidney disease, a brain tumor, and heart problems.
But eventually, like my doctor says, I'm going to lose the battle.
He's 52 years old and needs a table full of pills, injections, and a pacemaker to stay alive.
This basically emits the transmitter to stop this pacemaker.
For 3 years, Boulay's been fighting a separate battle for VA benefits. His private doctor blames Camp Lejeune for his troubles. Last year, the VA stated 16 times it concedes your exposure to contaminated water. But the VA also told Boulay 16 times there is no link between his service and his troubles.
This was the Marine Corps that did this to us.
Even if the VA does admit a link, Boulay still won't get benefits. That's because the Marine Corps didn't call him up to active duty.
They don't even consider me a veteran, even though I'm honorably discharged from the Marine Corps.
You served at Camp Lejeune. You drank that dirty water. You wore the uniform. It's right over your shoulder.
Yes.
And yet you still don't qualify for these benefits.
Nope.
And this is your reward.
Yes.
An estimated 30,000 Marine reservists served at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 when cancer-causing chemicals tainted that water. Unless they went on active duty, they don't qualify for benefits, even if they're suffering from diseases that are now linked to the poison water at that Marine base.
Mark, it just seems so wrong.
Unfair.
Why is Congress not getting involved?
Well, Congressman Bill Arakis did actually introduce some legislation. I have a copy of it right here, but it's going nowhere. It's stuck in committee, and who knows why.
All right. Thank you, Mark. And we have extended content on our website about this story, including a slideshow of photos from Boulay's time at Camp Lejeune. You can find it all on WFLA.com.